Do another one. I know what you're thinking. He's back on WRC again. And this is my this is the third video I'm recording in this one day, but what can I say? I'm just in love with this game. And last time we did Kenya Group B, done the not escort at Mexico. So where else could I take us in the world? Well, I decided to go to Japan and drive a car that's a bit more modern. Because we've driven a car from the 1980s, a car from the 1990s. So let's go for a car from the World Rally Car era, 2011 to 1997. And the car we're driving is not the XR, not the C4, not the Focus RS Rally 2001, I will check that out definitely. Not the 2008 version, not even the Lancer, the Mini, the Peugeot, but the Seat Cordoba. Seat Cordoba gang, rise up. I haven't really researched the car, to be honest. I thought I should have done. But this is the Seat Cordoba WRC from 2007, because Seat did rallying that one time. I kind of wish, the only car I think they're missing from this era is the Suzuki Swift, which I'd love to drive, because that was just because it was a bit of a meme car back in the day. I'll get into it a bit because I need to talk about stuff during this rally, unless you, well, I'll do a bit of, hearing the car sound. Maybe we'll start with that. Either way, let's start the rally. Onino Tiara?
26 left.
There's time. I love the scenery. We're on medium settings for graphics. I'm actually going to prove it now. When I get the... I go to graphics. We are on medium. The fog is off. Everything is on low. And this is what the game looks like on those settings. It runs pretty well. I mean, look at the textures and quality here. Even on the dashboard, it's good. I think I'm going to stop waffling and get into the rally. Seat Cordoba WRC versus Japan. What will the tarmac throw at us this time in Rally Japan? Here we go. Third video in one day. And I figured I'd drive this car because I've driven it once. It's a car I've driven like the Escort. I've driven it before and I've enjoyed it. Oh, that is very, very snappy oversteer. It's the fastest car I've driven by far, I think. I mean, I don't know how far... I don't know how fast the Manton was, but by the way, that video's gone out by now. This is the third showcase video, so I might do more of these if you guys like them. I haven't even, promoted the channel really in the last two, but the sensor speed, I'll just start here. I wasn't expecting the sensor speed to be so good in it, to be this good. It really feels like I'm wrestling this thing around Japan, which I absolutely am. I need to start pushing it a bit more, I think. Oh, that was a big hit. The sensor speed is absolutely unreal and way better than I ever remember sitting in. That was a unique way to turn the corner. Way better than I ever remember from Dirt Rally 2.0, so that's an improvement. In Japan, as it is really, Japan's all about TOGUE, Japan's all about tight, twisty tarmac, which is very unique to the rally itself. That was a very unique way to take the rally. On two wheels there for a bit. Seat Cordoba WRC, I'm really loving it at the moment. It's very different because the Group B Opel Manta was more trying to kill you with oversteer. This is it's more a stage that's trying to kill me rather than the car. The car is handling it perfectly and being adding to this stage. The stage is tight and twisted. This car is able to maneuver through it like a knife through butter, to use one of the most overused cliches in description history. I mean, look at that for snappy oversteer. It's incredible. Really is quite intense, this. Doesn't give you a moment to think, because we don't get to see our plummet into the ocean or down the crevasse, whatever you want to call it. It almost feels like Monte Carlo in that way, where, but even Monte Carlo, this is tight, twisty road to 100, but then we are in TOGUE country, so it makes complete sense. You get the feeling that if this road was just a little bit wider, this would be a brilliant TOGUE track, which I guess I don't know what the anime was called that made the TOGUE so popular, and JDM and Gran Turismo, all that stuff that brought JDM and Japanese car culture to the world and to Europe, and has spawned, you know, many lovers of those Mazda MX-5s and JDM beasts that we love today. The Skyline, the GTR, which I think also is just the Skyline anyway. The MX-5, the Miata, one of the most iconic cars of all time because of stuff like Gran Turismo, and you know, really I should be driving the Toyota, the only Toyota in the game, the WRC car. It's a big shame that really there's no Toyotas in this game apart from the one from the current gen WRC, the Yaris Rally 1 hybrid. It's a big shame because we're missing the Group A Celica that I believe Carlos Sainz won the World Rally Championship with in the 1990s. That was a successful car. That was the real era of Japan in the World Rally Championship. Subaru and Toyota going head to head. Obviously you have Ford in there as well because they're ever present in the championship. They're not so ever present today because they are there. But first bonky moment of the day. Ford obviously only 2 cars for the 2024 World Rally Championship season. Just not really up there with Hyundai and Toyota, which is what the battle is now. Oh, that's what happens when you get this beautiful stage run. I will say, I wasn't expecting to like Japan this much. Only really a very recent kind of addition to the World Rally Championship. More damage there, but it's very punishing, very intense, but very fun. I will say, I've really enjoyed the whole experience of EA WRC. That's largely in part due to the stages and the cars themselves, how incredibly well done they are. And I am definitely battering this Seat Cordoba WRC. Bit of stuttering there. And I guess I should probably, we're on tarmac, so I should probably talk about the tarmac in this game. And you'll probably notice that I've got a ton of grip on this game, and that's a theme. You seem to have a bunch of grip. You never really get understeer here in tarmac in the EA WRC. And to be honest, when I was doing Monte Carlo, I was finding it almost boring because of how much grip you had. There was no fighting the car. There was no, you know, it felt very easy, almost too easy. But I'm happy to say that I have a lot of grip here. I probably have too much grip. That's been a theme of the how have I saved that? That's been a theme throughout the tarmac experience on this game, and it's fun because you have a lot of grip, but you don't necessarily have too much because we end up in a Kenya style. I don't know why I didn't reset that. And you have a lot of grip, is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of grip. It does feel like you maybe have a bit too much at times. But on this stage, now on Monte Carlo it was noticeable, and you'll see it here, I can just power through. But again, Monte Carlo is the only other tarmac rally I've driven on this game. Like there we should have understood to death, right, but we didn't. So it's still noticeable, the fact there's too much grip, really, for my liking. And that is technically an issue, but honestly, I'm not even. I've already said that this game seems to prioritise fun, and I like that design choice. As we're coming to the end of that stage now, I think I'm just going to shut up and let the car do the talking. because I've realised I haven't got a lot of time left, so I will conclude my thoughts in a bit.
60, 3 right, 50, 5 right, opens.
That's one way to end a rally.
Over finish, 150 to stop.
And there we go, the bonnet comes up as we end up in the finishing spot, 8:38.5. Now, in the first video we were fourth bottom, second video we were 6th bottom. This time we are nowhere near the bottom, we're nearly halfway up the ladder. That's pretty good. And I guess I should summarise my thoughts here. I'll go into replay mode and turn off the UI. But to finish up what I was saying, because I did ramble on a bit there, generally there's too much front grip, but in a car like the Seat Cordoba WRC, I don't really mind it in Japan because it kind of actually adds to the twisty type roads. I think it makes it more doable and possible. It might not work so well at Monte Carlo, but it certainly works here. So if you have enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe. There will be plenty more EA WRC content coming up on the channel. It's a game I'm definitely going to spend a lot of time on. When the career mode bug gets fixed, you can bet your bottom dollar I'll be playing a lot of that, as I've previously said in my other 2 videos. I might try playing something different a bit. I think I've given you guys a lot of content on this game. I think I'll leave it there. We've played a stage. You've seen tarmac, the tarmac experience on EA WRC. You've seen why I've chosen the Seat Cordoba, I hope, because I really think it's quite a fun car. And I think all that's left for me to say now, it really is goodbye. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.